Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. We were discussing atomic structure topic, and this one is a unit 2 in 11th grade chemistry. In my previous lecture, I explained you about the quantum number, and today I am going to explain you about the shapes of orbitals. There are four types of the orbital: S, P, D, and F. So here today we discuss the shapes of S, P, and D. So look at here as regard of the shape of the S orbital. S orbital shape is spherical and symmetrical in shape. So if you draw the three axes like x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis, so shape of the S orbital is a spherical. As regard of the shape of the p orbital shape is like a dumbbell, or you can say leaf-like shape, and p orbitals can be in three dimensions like x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Due to that, p orbitals are of three types: px, py, and pz. Px you can show on x-axis, Py you can show on y-axis, and Pz you can show in on z-axis. Another slide I can show you. These are also the shapes of d orbital. Shapes of d orbitals. D orbitals are also dumbbell shape in structure and little bit complex, and they are of the five types. Like for example, one is the dxy, so the orbital will be between the x and y, and dxz orbital will be between the x and z, dyz orbital will be between the y and z, and the other is dx square orbital will be on x square, and y square it will be on y square, and dz square it will be on dz square. Now shapes of these orbital, especially p orbital and f orbital, I can draw on whiteboard also for you. So look at here at the white. I can show, like for example, it is s orbital. To show the s orbital, first you can show like three axes: x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. So for x-axis, on other side x dash will be, and y on another side y dash will be, z dash will be. So s orbital is a spherical, so it will be like this one. And as regard of the p orbital, you supposed to draw like axis in three times. Look at here. It is x axis, y axis, and z axis. And px, it will be on x axis, correct? And py, but to show the py, again you show the x axis, y, y axis, z, z dash. So for the py atomic orbital, you can show it on y axis. Look, this one. For example, if you want to show for the pz, we can draw again here, again three axis, x, y, and z dash, y dash, and x dash. And right now, if you want to show the pz axis, so it should be at z axis. So it is pz. So in this way, I can also draw for you the five types of d orbitals. We suppose to show the axis, like for example, the one is dx and y. We can show three axes again: x axis, y-axis and z-axis. Here x dash, y dash, z dash. Now to show the xy d orbital, so it should be in between x and y. It should be in between x, y. Look. So it is dxy. Same if we want to show the another, that is like for example dy and z. dz, so you can show again the three axes x, x dash, y dash, z and z dash. To show the yz orbital will be between y and z. Look, it's y and z. So it is one, it is second, another can be d, x and z. To show the dxz, we can draw again x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So dxz will be in between the x and z. It will be in between the x and z. It is x and z. Here x and z. So orbital will be here. So orbital will be in between the x and z. So in this way I show you here three types of the d orbitals. Two more I like, for example the number 4 orbital, it is d x square and y square. To show the d x square y square, again x axis, y dash, z dash. So it is square on x, look, and square on y, look. So it is dx square and y square. So one last, that is dz square. So it will be number 5 on z square. Again we can show x, y, z and z dash. So it will be on z square like this. So in this way I draw here shapes for you. So okay, thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.